You guys, it's our last sail together for a very long time because we have some big plans.
Kind of sad, kind of next step in our life.
We're going to tell you why in a minute. I'm Elena and this is Riley, and this is our home, Vagabonde. We've been sailing around the world for the last 6 years now, and recently it's like we're seeing everything for the first time through a new set of eyes. This is our little boy Lenny. Click the subscribe button to join our voyage every Monday. What's Dad doing, Lenny? Well, we can't beach the boat because there's actually hard rock closest to the beach, but it's such a beautiful morning. Riley wants to try and get as close as we can to the beach without hitting the rock.
Up on the anchor. Anchor on. Stop. Three, two, one, new episode, Sailing the Vagabonde, and action!
So welcome back to Green Island. This morning we've beached the boat just for fun. It's really nice just to be able to swim out to the boat and get stuff when we need it.
Is it beached as?
We're beached as, bro. Actually, it's going to be our last sail on Vagabonde, on this Vagabonde. In the last episode, which if you missed it, I'll link it in the comments, Riley did mention something about us getting ready to pack up our boat because we have some big plans, and we're going to fill you in on all of that in this episode. So subscribe if you're new here.
I'm just contemplating whether or not I would leave the boat there anchored overnight. There's not much tide here.
Soft ground.
Many things to consider.
The problems that we'd been having, ladies and gentlemen, were many and varied. Please allow me to delineate them for you thusly. Number one, we didn't know where to have our baby. Number two, finalising our new boat build contract and then the surrounding videos that we needed to make to explain it all to you guys. And number three, moving our entire life off of Vagabonde and selling it. There are fortunately one or two big decisions governing all the rest of them. It's all fairly complicated and intertwined. All of this will be explained in the fullness of time.
How do you feel about what's happening over the next few weeks?
Yeah, like the scenery that you guys are getting at the moment and the vibe compared to the last month and the amount of decisions that we've had to make is just polar opposite.
We made a decision now and it's like the best morning ever.
Yeah. Okay, mate. Pull me up. 1, 2, 3. Pull. Oh, you went down. Oh, no.
I'm gonna have to get up the old-fashioned way with the ladder at the back, I think. Oh my goodness. What have we been doing today? Well, Riley and I did a bunch of laptop work whilst Andre took out everything from the sail locker and he's gonna clean underneath it. And he made the mistake of pulling out Lenny's tractor, which we're trying to get rid of actually. And he spotted it and now all of a sudden it's his favourite toy again. We don't like it because it's so noisy. Not a very boat friendly kind of toy. Alright, do you reckon you can unbury it? Alright, he's on. You can reverse. What are you doing? Are you going to be able to get up?
Now just...
Oh, you're going to jump in?
Yes.
No, I don't want to
be anchoring with you like that, mate. So we've finished mucking around for the day and we're just anchoring 15 metres back from where we were. Oh, Lenny's had his fun at the beach. See how many times it takes Andre?
No, I fall.
I need a plate.
Someone's hair is particularly fluffy today.
Yes, wow.
It's hair washing day, is it?
Quite lucky to be looking at it, aren't you?
Can I pass these to you? Schmeck. Can you put on the bottom bit? I can't reach my feet now. Not only was the sail tomorrow the last sail we'd have for a very long time, but this was probably going to be the last freedive for a while too. Right about here, I started to get feelings of nostalgia. I was already missing our boat and the day-to-day adventures we'd been so lucky to have for the past year since we had our last landlocked break.
So everyone knows, how deep are you going?
3 metres. Did you have fun? Yeah, do you need a shower? And some food? Towel. Okay, let's get you a towel.
This boat in front of us has come and anchored on our anchor. And actually, the dude came in yesterday and like shook his head at me. And I was like, is everything all right here, mate? And he's like, I've been coming to this beach for 17 years.
And then you said, do
and
you
you're
own
anchored
the
in,
beach?
you're anchored in our spot. No, I was actually very polite. I said, well, I didn't know that. And also, like, this is just a public beach, dude. Anyway.
So it'll be funny if we pick up his anchor.
It'll be quite amusing if I dislodge his anchor, but I'm going to try and avoid that. But it is going to be close.
I think we're good.
Word on the street is we're good. Elena's stressing here. This is 3 metres. This is probably 5 metres down here.
This is library. I told you it's not going to be funny. You guys, it's our last sail together for a very long time.
Is it?
In this episode, we're telling you why. But basically,
Ever.
this is our last sail for a very long time. What else can we fill them in on? We're trying to string you along.
No, it's called audience retention. So we'll never reveal what we're talking about until the last minute.
But we're heading back to Falmouth. We're going to start packing up our boat. And
This is all
our
just
boat
an
is
evil
actually
game.
going to Charleston. It's being sailed up to Charleston to be put up for sale. And we are going somewhere else.
Auction.
Keep
Auction.
watching to find out more. We're going to auction the boat.
So yeah, we decided that the only sensible course of action was to auction the boat. So by the time you watch this, because our videos are quite far behind, it's probably going to be 2032 or 2033. And Lenny will be 8 years old. And so whoever got this boat will have been sailing around for the better part of a decade. So I hope it's gone well for you.
Looking fantastic, mate. Would you look at that?
That's the mainsail.
Yeah. Classic mistake is leaving the swim ladder out. You just look like the biggest gump if someone's to see you sailing with this out. Don't do it. And jocks on the line.
Well, as we head further and further west, the wind will come further behind us, so we just ease the sheets a little bit.
Emotional on this crossing. Like, I feel it's finally hit me that this is the last sail we're gonna have in this boat ever. I just realised that.
And then we got a 6-month boat build and a baby.
And we have a baby coming and then a boat build. And I don't know, I know I'm gonna miss sailing for a bit, but I'm also so excited to build a boat with my hands and have a baby, of course. I don't know, it's bittersweet. I'm so excited, like more than anything I've been in my whole life, probably. This is the most exciting thing. Actually, no, Lenny was the most exciting. Probably.
What about me?
But anyway, it's still very sad, and I'm having all flashbacks of what's happened on this boat and how far we've come, and yeah.
Nah, I don't get sad about stuff like that.
About boats?
I'm excited.
I think that Riley's emotions will catch up with him soon. All of this was very bittersweet. This boat was Lenny's first home, the place we made enough memories to last a lifetime, a platform we've been working from and kicking goals, our whole world really. This boat feels like a family member to me. And I was prepared for quite a few tears when we'd closed the saloon door for the last time.
Right on. Little vagabond, right on. Right on. Little vagabond, right on. Paid the price to get the ride. Now you're coming home. Paid the price to get the ride. Now you're coming home.
Here she is, Le Vagabonde de l'Aide. She sailed over 3 oceans, visited 14 countries, experienced 60 knots on her rig, torn 1 sail, and had, we think, about 200 million pairs of eyes during that time period, watching it all unfold right here on YouTube. Pretty incredible. We're very, very proud of her.
Sailing home, sailing home, sailing home.
It's funny what he picks up. Like, I don't know what kids pick up in other walks of life, but he just slid the drone over and gave me that. It's because he knows you put that on afterwards. He's like, big drone, he gives me this. I'm like, pack it away, Dad. It's windy, which means that manoeuvring in a tight space is quite difficult. This is Tom.
Hey, how we doing?
Say hello, Tom.
Hey guys.
Andre is going to take Tom in to the marina to tie off some bowlines so that when we reverse in, we're going to be reversing into the wind. Tom will throw the bowlines to us, then we can tie off. And then at that point, we can basically relax because the wind is pushing us off the dock. You good on this side? Straight back.
Yep. On it.
Wait. Did you drop the anchor?
Yeah.
Is it in the middle?
Yeah. I'm so happy. Yeah, you know, when you're captain in the boat, once you get it in there, that's it.
You said that you nailed it, but you didn't nail it.
I nailed that. Iona, did I nail that?
Yeah.
Thank you. Last one for a very, very long time. And we're going to tell you why in a minute. I took the opportunity to catch up on some work online whilst Riley whipped the team into action.
That's spare B&G gear. Tools. Fishing gear, rigging. More rigging, and then some manuals.
This is our friend's boat right across the way. We knew where he hid his keys, and so we decided to use it as a temporary storage unit as we packed items up into boxes. After the entire pack was done, we'd stack it all back inside our boat and have it sail up to Charleston and ship it all from the US, where it'd be a million times cheaper. It was so nice having Andre back during this time, plus the recent recruitment of Iona and Tom, who were living on a small sailboat in the anchorage and were keen on some work. Over the next 2 weeks, we were to pack up our entire boat and ship it all to the boatyard on the other side of the world, where we'd be building Le Vagabonde Toit. Should we finally...
Sit down with me, darling.
Should we finally tell them what's going on? Okay, so what are we doing? Why are we in the marina?
For heaven's sake. What is that? Lenny's trying to sleep.
So we decided to bite the bullet and spend our next child's inheritance on a trip back to Australia to surprise our friends and family. And to have baby number 2. After doing 2 weeks of quarantine in a hotel room, which we said we would never do, but we have to.
So the videos are now probably a month behind, and then they'll zero out soon when we spend our time in Australia, and then we'll be back to real time. But when you guys are watching this, our parents won't be. We will have flown back to Australia and surprised them. So those videos are going to be coming soon, and I've never been more excited.
I know.
Really?
They're going to be so surprised.
Pop out of some bowl of rice and surprise my dad.
And I had a great backup plan.
Pop out of a pot plant and surprise my mum.
My friend did that in a bin once. She hopped in the bin in the kitchen. So we thought that our family and friends could come to the new country where we're building our new boat after we have the baby, but they can't get to that country, and so we just figured we weren't going to see them for maybe another year. And so we decided the best thing to do is to...
The only thing to do.
Have someone sail our boat to Charleston out of the hurricane belt in South Carolina, and Riley and I are flying back in 11 days.
So I'm not allowed to sail the boat, Elena said, because there's a chance I could get stuck.
We just don't want to risk being apart right now.
Which is fair enough. Probably a lot of people are thinking, oh, duh, like of course you're going to go back to Australia, but it really has been, I've thought about it a lot, and it's been the second best option kind of the whole time until now, because I thought that everything would be more open than it is now. But Australia in particular is very, very locked down. So that's the way that it is. We got to fly back there rather than having people come see us.
And then we'll be going to a brand new country with our 7-week-old to start building our new boat.
Which you probably know about. We're getting very confused with these timelines.
Yeah, we're filming our lives.
Have you seen Tenet? That's like La Vagabonde at the moment. Like we film everything, and then we chop it up and throw it up in the air, and wherever it lands, that's how the series rolls out.
So we're waiting to be able to film.
We're actually in Europe right now.
So I did a mid mooring.
Wait a tick. Basil, if I travel back to 1969 and I was frozen in 1967, presumably I could go visit my frozen self. But if I'm still frozen in 1967, how could I have been unthawed in the 90s and traveled back to, oh no, I've gone cross-eyed?